Look, I don't think we started really well. We knew that they were going to sit deep. We knew that they were going to close the central spaces, and at times we played right into their hands. And if you look at the two goals, we conceded. We said they were going to transition from there, but we were not smart at times. And I think showing them in the second half, going down the sides, because we created that one opportunity when we came down the side, played through the middle, and the goalkeeper made a save from Tembi. And we said it's all or nothing. We knew that we needed to really win this game, but it shows the fighting spirit of this team. They never give up. We're still in it by, I don't know, by cotton thread, but we're still in it. Other results now have to go our way to be able to make sure that we go to the last game. But the fighting spirit, you cannot fault of this team. I have to look at the footage again, but I thought there was a penalty shout there somewhere. I think there needs to be consistency where that is concerned. We have VAR. I will have to go have a look. I'm not blaming the match officials, but I'm just saying the consistency needs to be there. If there's something, then go have a look. If it's not, then it's not. But I think it shouldn't just be there for show. It shouldn't just be there for show. But like I say, I will have a look. But I'm quite certain that we should have gotten a penalty towards the end. But the fighting spirit that the players showed, I think that shows the Banyana spirit, but still not playing as well as I know we can play. But to get that last minute equalizer does wonders for your confidence, wonders for your momentum, and unfortunately now we have to wait for other results to go our way. First of all, we told them what happened is exactly what we said was going to happen, and yet we still played into that trap of playing centrally and them getting the ball. Sometimes you have to stop it further up instead of trying to play the ball. Kick it out. Don't try to win the ball. And at that one moment, especially I think the second goal, we could have done that. We made a couple of adjustments, changed the system a little bit, and said we have to go for it now. We said we haven't played. Let's continue playing. Let's keep going, because you have to still have that belief. And I think when the first goal came, the belief was definitely there because we kept pushing. The goal came very, very late, but yet we got a point, so we're not completely out of it. We just wanted to make them believe that it's still on, even though you're 2-0 down, because then you don't need to go back onto the pitch. Look, we're a possession-based team. There are a couple of balls in the first half that went long. We didn't win any of it, They were smart in the way they backed off. They were smart in the way they closed the passing lanes through the middle. But yet we kept saying, go to the side. The one or twice we went through to the left-hand side, we got behind their defense. But we didn't do that often enough. We kept wanting to play in the middle. And what they cleverly did was they backed off and gave you that sense of security that you can play there. And they allow you to play, and then that 1 minute they jump and they win the ball. And that's the message that we kept telling them during the first half. We kept telling them, come down the sides, because down the sides we have joy. We have joy. And unfortunately, they didn't do that. And that was a message that we kept putting across, They were quite happy for us to play in front of them. And we didn't break the lines. The one opportunity that Tembi got is when we broke the line, when we played a through ball on the ground. And we didn't do that often enough. I think when they realized that, they probably thought, okay, this is what we can do. And then the second half, we had to change the strategy a bit. We had to change it a bit. We said we brought a squad. If we need to change, we need to change. We went to 2 different formations in the second half, trying to get the goal, trying to get the second goal. But yet again, I say, I'm going to have a look at the video footage, but I'm still saying that VAR is just not there for nothing. VAR is there when you're not sure about something, you go have a look. You don't just brush it off. Because there were a lot of incidences as well. Really, couple of tackles, both sides, that I thought the referee could have put a stop to it a long time ago. Because the game could have gotten out of hand, but other than that, she had control of the game. Because the tackles that go around, it gets heated, it boils over. I walked past the dressing room, people were mad at me. I wasn't the official. I was just the opposing coach. So, we need to put our foot down. We mustn't think that it's women's football that we need to be soft. We need to put our foot down. But I'm not here to talk about officials. I'm not here to talk about VAR. I'm here just to say that I'm proud of the players for the fight that they put in. Like I say, it's not in our hands now, but Now we wait for a result to go our way to see if we're still in it for the last game. In this team, we never give up. That's the one thing. We never, ever, ever give up. Even in the last game that we lost 2-1, we made a chance in the last minute and the keeper made a brilliant save. So if the players don't give up, why should I give up? Why should I? Because the players draw the energy from the technical team. They draw the energy from the coaches. If we are already saying that it's over, what do you think they are going to say? So that is who Banyana is, that we never quit. What was your second question?
About you staying on as head coach.
No, the second question was the other one about how we're going to play.
Approach for the next game.
Approach for the next game. Obviously, we will have a look at Burkina Faso. We will also go have a look, and the gods hopefully will be there for us. The footballing gods will be there for us. Because a result has to go our way for us still to be in it in the last game. But we will approach it like we approach any game. We try to play our type of football, but sometimes you have to change. Like today, we changed it a bit. And it worked for us, we changed it a bit, it worked for us. We got the lucky bounces towards the end, it fell for us. And we got the 2 goals, the second goal, like right almost on full time to equalize. And sometimes you have to change. But that is not really our strength, Our strength is playing the ball around, attacking down the wings, but we haven't done that often enough. I think a lot of the teams, some of the teams also struggle because when you look at most of the players that play abroad, they're actually in pre-season. And that's a tough one, because how do you balance all of that to get them to a point where they need to be at the stage? But that's who we are, that's our DNA. We want a possession-based team that plays on the transition, but we haven't seen a lot of that. And hopefully we're still in the tournament to be able to grow, to be able to be better, because you haven't seen us at our best, but you've only seen the fighting spirit of Banyana. You've seen the never say die attitude. You've seen the commitment, the bench. Some of them felt that they could go onto the pitch to help the team. And in actual fact, there was one time for about a minute and a half that they had 12 players on the pitch. They had 12 players on the pitch. Because the substitute was walking from there and the player already went onto the pitch. And I'm shouting, they've got 12 players on the pitch. You can go look at the footage.
Coach, whatever happens as far as this competition is concerned, are we going to see Coach Desiree stay on as head coach of Banyana?
That decision I will take with the federation.